there's three primary tests that they use in a DUI. There's the walk and turn, which is the thing where you walk in a straight line, heel to toe, and then turn around and come back. The one leg stand, which is, you stand on one foot for a period of time. And then what they call the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, the HGN test, where they take the flashlight and move it in front of your eyes. So using the example of the walk and turn, and I don't know if they teach this in police academy. It's dirty, but what they'll do is they've got this sheet with, these are clues. So if he does this, if he staggers, if he whatever, one of the clues is starting before you're commanded to. So they'll put you on the line, and then they'll be explaining, and then if you start going before they tell you to go, then that's a clue. That's a point against you. But what they'll do is they'll get you there, and then they'll say, okay, with like a pregnant pause, or they'll say something else that a reasonable person would interpret as go. And then what they'll do is, and some of them are more animated than others, but they'll be like, do you understand? All right. And then when you start to go, they'll say, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, I didn't tell you to go. And then of course that goes down as well, whether you were drunk or not, you would have I've been watching the video and didn't, because it sounded to me like they told him to go. Watching the video after the fact, and then I'm looking, oh, yeah, I see what you did there. But the things are kind of set up like that. So really, in my personal opinion, I don't know that there's ever a good reason to take a field sobriety test. Either refuse or go blow, if you haven't drank anything, you go blow in the intoxilizer, or they actually, I think nowadays they're really leaning more towards blood draws rather than breath tests. But the whole purpose of the field sobriety test, and there's a reason they do it like in front of the car. Here in Georgia, the state troopers, for reasons I don't understand, they're about the only law enforcement left that doesn't wear body cams. But of course they've got the dash mounted, so they do the field sobriety test in front of the car, so they can catch you stumbling, or putting your hand on your trunk to steady yourself, or swaying, things like that. So yeah, and of course our job starts after all that's happened. So really we're going through on a DUI, we're looking at, okay, well, what was the basis of the stop? Why are we even here? Did they have grounds to stop you? Attacking the field sobriety test, if the person made the unfortunate decision to go through with it. I say they're pseudoscience, and I believe that, but even in that, there are certain things that will invalidate them completely. So for example, on the walk and turn, if the person has, an issue, say an issue walking, a problem with their hips or their feet, the type of shoes they're wearing. So, women wearing, high heels or something can be an issue, or shoes that aren't easy to walk in. They're taught to put them on an even surface. But sometimes they'll get them on the side of the road and have them walk, on the edge of where like the road ends and the grass starts, or the dirt. That can be an issue. On the walk and turn, they're actually supposed to tell you to look at your foot, because even people who aren't intoxicated, if you're not looking at your foot, it can be very difficult without balancing to stand on one foot. Same thing with the surface, the shoes, medical issues that can make it difficult to balance. Those are things you take into account. Horizontal gaze nystagmus. one thing is, and it seems like they always do this wrong, there's not supposed to be any other stimulus. So if you're facing traffic, and most of these cases are after dark, if you're facing oncoming headlights, that's bad for an HGN test. Holding what they call the stimulus, usually it's a flashlight or a pen or something, holding that at the wrong level. If you hold it high enough that the person has to lift their chin, that invalidates the results. They often have them, they may be getting better at this now, but having them face their own car or their own blue lights, that'll invalidate it. So you attack the stop if there's anything to attack it for. You attack the field sobriety test results.